Good morning, good morning. How we doing? Whew. Hot and humid here in Arkansas. All right. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We got some rope pulling to do. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing, buddy? Man. Oh man, arm wrestling looking huge. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Actually, only 288.8 this morning. What's up, Brad? 288.8. So I left here at 86.2. First day back, 93.4, I think. 92.6 yesterday, and here we are at 88.8. What's up, Mike? What's up, Jiminy Crickets? All right, here we go. If this get to 130 and get rolling. All right, that's good enough. All right. Brandon B, have you ever made a video showing what you're typically eating a day? Yeah, we've done a couple full day of eatings. They didn't do too well, but I was telling Rebecca, we got more followers, more subscribers now. Probably should go ahead and do another one, you know. Greetings from Denmark. What's up? Paul Lynn joining? I don't know. Paul's planning on coming to see me soon though. Smack the like button. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I saw that. I think it's all gonna get worked out. All gonna get worked out. Sound is good. All right, Brandon B. Appreciate that. No, I'm not going to talk about it, Stone Gamer. I'm going to just let, things work out. Hopefully everything's going to work out. I just know I want to arm wrestle the best arm wrestlers out there, and hopefully we can figure out a way to make that happen, Oh, okay, I got you. No, Rebecca just picked a good thumbnail, and threw it up there. Prince, what about my match? Which match? Recent match? Upcoming match? What you got? I don't have an upcoming match yet, but I'm training for an upcoming match just in case I get an offer, 38 people, 11 thumbs up, guys. Double tap the screen or exit out, hit the thumbs up, you would. Greatly appreciate that. It's a busy day today, busy day. I've got to get on the tractor, grade this space back here for them to put concrete in. Got to get on the mower. Been gone for a minute, so I got to mow a lot. Andre, hi, what's happening? Will I be a part of the Shaw Classic? If I get a match offer, I definitely will be, yeah. Yep. If I get a match, that's what I'm planning for right now because that's the next event. It would make sense since it's a stateside event for me to be involved, So, what's the starting weight on Metallic's pronation lift? I don't know. Where's he doing a pronation lift at? Favorite sport besides arm wrestling? UFC, mixed martial arts, No, just so we're extending the concrete in front of the first set of garage doors to bring it out to the same, even with the actual garage, and then bring the concrete over to the sidewalk. Congrats, champ. Hope to see you win more. Appreciate it. And then we got concrete going in. We're extending the decking around the pool because we're going to have outdoor space for, functional fitness and outdoor over there. LeVon's absolutely after his still stopping with your King's move. I mean, I still believe there's a version of me. If you told me I was pulling LeVon in December, I hardly believe at some point the match stops. We try 100 kilogram pronation lift. At some point. New pronation lift, are you starting with less than 70 kilograms? Yes. I'm doing pronation curl, like Vitaly did. So I'm gonna start, I've never done that, never even tried that. So I'm gonna try it out. I'm trying to figure out my program right now for it. But we'll see that. How much did Vitaly do? What did he max out at with it? That might help me as well to kind of set a goal. I'm planning on doing a 213.7 pronation attempt this week, this Saturday. And then, like I said, 117.5 riser curl, and then a new PR for my static hold. And then from there, I will, like I said, switch over to the pronation curl lift and see how that works. Hope to see you there. I don't know who can beat you if it's not top 3 super heavyweight. Hope you get a match. So Vitaly to 70. Yeah, that's good. Who am I going to face next? Possibly Alistair Desha, you know. I don't know. Just depends on where everything's at with all the stuff that's going on. You know what I mean? I would love to pull Morozov, but right now, you know, he's taking a stance to not be involved right now. So, but who knows? Who knows? I just want to arm wrestle, you know. And I want to arm wrestle against the best, you know, because I mean, right now, if you look at the rankings, I would happily pull Morozov, Gerdetcha. If Svetkov was healthy, I'd pull him. Jerry, you know. You do much high cupping work. I don't do any high cupping work. So, and I guess someone needs to explain to me what high cupping is. I guess it's from is it a multi-spinner thing? What is it? Alex is strong, man. Alex is strong. I mean, Jerry ran him over, but, you know, styles make matches. I would love to see Zaranov pull Morozov, Gerdetcha, Svetkov, because, yeah, definitely not arm wrestling Devin in August. August is prepping and peaking for Vitaly, and I've had 2 matches since his last match with no downtime. So, yeah, not pulling Devin in August. I'd pull Devin if this thing kept going the way it is and there are no more matches. I could pull Devin for King of North America in December or something, but definitely would not be pulling him in August. Too much of a disadvantage with him already in prep for Vitaly, and then me just having a match a couple days ago, you know. Not how things work in this sport, you know. Not at all, not at all. I feel like Hermes is super strong. I feel like he pulled wrong. You have to explode in Levon's hand, in my opinion. You can't just load into it and just pray to God you catch the man, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. American Mount Rushmore of arm wrestling. I don't even know, man. American as the U.S. or North American? I don't know. If Levon wanted to press me round 1, I doubt I could press him. If there was fatigue in his arm and he came towards me, I don't think he can press me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're fatigued and you set up to come towards me and I'm coming towards you, it's gonna be hard to beat me, you know. Hi from Malaysia. Hey, what's up? Yeah, a lot of that not being paid stuff was from King of the Table, that was a pre-existing debt. So I can't speak on everybody else's stuff, but I know I've always been paid in a very timely fashion, except for a couple times it took a little bit longer through King of the Table. Top 5 strongest you've ever faced. I don't know, man. I don't know how to rank those guys. You know, arm wrestle really strong people. Arm wrestle's really strong. Focus on top 2 fingers, containing someone's riser. Yes, we're done with the multi-spinner. Okay. What's a match you would sit out for before searching out a match yourself? I don't know, man. That's a good question, Brad. I don't know. I've never even considered it because I don't think it's going to be that way. I think things are going to work out. So, okay, what do y'all mean by Shaw Classic's going to take arm wrestling to the next level? That's my, you know, I think it's going to help, but it's not another level. It's going to help. Brian Shaw is famous within the world of strength. To the masses, there's a lot of people who don't know who Brian Shaw is. So what it is going to do is it's going to expose arm wrestling to people who follow strength that may not know arm wrestling as a sport. But I don't think that's a whole nother level. I think it's just an improvement. In my opinion, for arm wrestling to go to the next level or mainstream or whatever, it's going to take someone who appeals across the board to the masses, like a true celebrity that people like, that everyone knows who it is. I don't know. If we stay in the same niche, which is great. I mean, it's crossovers. It's world's strongest man, strongman competition with arm wrestling. But we've been doing this at the Arnold for years. There's arm wrestling, strongman, all the different strength was happening in one place. And we kicked off the Arnold, and it didn't make arm wrestling grow any, you know? Now, pay-per-views, all that good stuff, I think it's great. But to say it's going to take it to the next level, I think is hopeful thinking, you know? I do think it will raise the sport, but not to a level that's, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Arm wrestling to go mainstream is going to take, in my opinion, a lot of time spent with character build-up, at-home features, and then introducing us to the masses through other collaborations. You know what I mean? But yeah, I know Armez isn't good at hitting, but I'm just saying it's trying to load that hard into his hand and letting Levon feel what's coming. He really had no other option than just to hold on and pray to God the match stops, you know. I'm 52 years old. But yeah, big fan of Armez, man. He looked amazing. He's super strong. He just, Levon came in rare form, you know. Amazing. Who will be your next opponent? I have no idea. Have no idea. Right now, you know, maybe Jerry Cataret, Gardecha, who knows? Nice beard, bro. Appreciate it. So why would someone? Okay, Dominic, you've asked. I guess, am I leaving East vs. West? I'm a contracted athlete with East vs. West. So there is no. Are you leaving East vs. West? I mean, I'm under contract, and I think this is just temporary. I think everything's gonna work out. That's my glass half full optimistic thinking. Why didn't you do the bike cardio? Because this is better for me. This is arm wrestling specific. This mimics arm wrestling. This gives me endurance in my hands, forearms, biceps. I would love to pull more off right-handed. Dave Chafee is cutting down to 115, so not really a super match that would make a lot of sense right now, I don't think. I would love to train Armiz in the future. If I would have beaten Armiz in Tbilisi, I would have lost in Chicago. Chances are I would have lost in Chicago. The only difference is the me that showed up in Chicago wouldn't have been the me that would have showed up had I beat Armiz, because I would have had a different prep. I would have prepped to pull battalion and turn right around 6 weeks later had to pull again. The prep would have went. I would have had downtime before I started my prep, which would even allow me to heal more. Yeah, I mean, chances are I would have lost, but it wouldn't have been the same Michael that showed up. It would have been a stronger version of me, a healthy version of me, a more healed version of me, you know. A match with Devin is inevitable, but definitely not going to happen in August. That doesn't make any sense. Devin's prepping for Vitali, and end of the year, King of North America, if that's something they want. If there's still some division, happy to do it. If everything gets back to normal, we're both supporting each other, Team West, and we'll run into each other eventually, you know. Barry, I don't know if you're the same person, just ask. I'm 52 years old. Yeah, thanks, Stone Gamer. 104 people, 36 thumbs up, guys. If y'all would double tap the screen or exit out and hit thumbs up, I'd appreciate. And Andre, I just said I'm not pulling Devin in August. It doesn't make sense. If Devin and Vitaly won't happen, Devin can pull Jerry or Kardeccia, and I can pull the other one. But definitely not going to pull Devin in 7.5 weeks when I've had 2 matches since the last time he pulled right-handed, and he's already in the middle of a peak. I'm not ready for that. Like, all things need to be equal. We need the same amount of prep, same amount of time. Devin is a dangerous opponent, and if you're not ready to pull Devin, I need at least the same opportunity to prep that Devin does for our match. That's a bad dude. But happily we'll pull him. Just not gonna pull him under those circumstances. When do we get more content with Don Underwood? Don's been busy with that World Series arm wrestling stuff, so I haven't spoke to him in a minute. Want to start arm wrestling, but you got small hands. Just start arm wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a huge hand. I have a thick hand, but I don't have a huge hand. For this prep, we're using the new machine for the up pressure. I'm gonna use the new machine for a lot of things. I may even switch and use my pronation gauge back pressure for up pressure, because I feel like if I set it the way Irma's does, it more mimics exactly what he's doing. I don't know, hadn't decided. My lift that I'm gonna do Saturday will be on the machine I've been training on. This is a Markbo Kinetic Vector seated rope pulling machine. It has been discontinued, but there are portable options out there. Big fan, bro, say hi. What's up, man? I don't know how to pronounce your name. D-I-L-E-E-P. Tips for wrist pain, ice. Ice. We host a Monster Factory event soon. We are more than happy to host a Monster Factory events. We just don't have the sponsorship. It's around $20,000 to hold a Monster Factory event, and we don't have a pay-per-view platform. So we have to secure sponsors up front. I'm not in a position to pay for it out of my pocket. God of War. Yeah. Can I get a shout out? Big name is Yuri UV. Like UV. What's up? Are you gonna stop competing in the super heavyweight? Why? I just won against the number 11 super heavyweight in the East versus West rankings, and he was the number 9 super heavyweight in the World Arm Wrestling rankings. It's been around for a while, so don't feel like I have any reason to stop competing in super heavyweight. Thank you. Thank you for the congratulations on your companion. What can I do for big farms if I have a minimum equipment? Get a broomstick or a stick and tie a rope to it, string to it, wrap some weights on it, and just hold it out in front of you and wrist roll. That's a classic farm developer. Grippers, you know, weaker grippers, flex them, flex your forearm and grip. Man, I don't know, three pieces of equipment most important for arm wrestling? I honestly don't know. Let's see what these say. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that dude probably. Yeah.
Save your frog.
Save the frog, all right, baby. Proud of you. Man, this is getting hard today. I can't imagine WL coming back. Do I feel like I'm putting my body through too much in the super heavyweight division? No, I mean, like I said, I'm 288.8 this morning. I'm actually probably going down to about 275 for my next match, 275 morning weight. I was 286.2 when I left here. I was 298 when I went to pull Vitaly, stripped in the morning before I left. 286.2 for this last match. And I expect to be around, 275 lean. What, baby? No, I haven't, sweetheart. Yo, good morning. What's up, Benji Mac? It's funny. You said my last match was my weakest performance. No, you guys just underestimated Zaranov. I've never tried Zranoff's move. I'd never seen that before. I guess it's possible. I don't know. Do I have back pain? Sometimes I wake in the morning, my lower back hurts, yeah. No, I'm doing, this is gonna be a prep that I do every day with this seated rope pulling machine. I used to do this, so prior to all the arm wrestling specific movements I did when I was, went almost 3 years without losing a match, all that stuff, I did 10 minutes of rope pulling after every workout, every day. Yes, I was offered a role in Game of Arms. I was just going through some personal stuff at the time, and it wasn't the right time for me to be on TV. Rep range when you're training exercise for arm wrestling. I have no idea. I honestly don't know. Any thoughts on Armez versus Levon match? Yeah, Levon looked amazing. Could I beat Devin? I like my chances. I think it's at least 50-50 me and Devin. It's just, it needs to be equal circumstances. So people are asking me to try to pull Devin in August. That's definitely not equal circumstances. He's halfway through his prep going into Vitali. I just came off a match with Vitali 6 weeks later, pulled again. Timing isn't right. With happily pulling, King of North America in December, or maybe a match before that. Just, we both need to know the match is coming, so we both can prepare properly, Yeah. If we tried to pull in August, he'd have a huge advantage over me right now, just because of the way things work with prep and everything. Do I think current Devin could be prime Dennis left-handed? Man, it could be sticky. It could be sticky. I don't know. Devin impressed the hell out of me left-handed. Armray's Gasparini also left. Yeah, the only thoughts I have about the whole thing is I believe it's going to get worked out, Man, I figured it was going to be 4-0 by Levon, and I gave Armez a 25% chance of stopping the match, and I felt like if he stopped the match, it would be it'd be his to win, but he never got to stop. Thank you, Barry. Crazy biceps. There you go. Check those out. Had a great shoulder workout yesterday. I was supposed to do deadlifts yesterday and back, but I just got so busy, and I didn't get to train until late last night, and then I had to go pick up a prescription for the pharmacy closed. If I get a match, I'll be coming to the Shaw Classic. If I don't get a match, I doubt I'll be coming out. Just because, leave my dogs. I can't just leave my dogs just to go attend an event, What's a good opportunity for a Devin rematch? Apparently, and maybe you just joined on because I've been sitting there telling you about, timing, and me and Devin both know when the match is coming, so we both can be at our best. Who has the best physique super heavyweight division? Morzov. Like, what are you talking about? Like, is it even close? Yeah, that dude's a freak. But yeah, so definitely want to pull Devin if that's the way the sport goes. Neither one of us are looking to pull each other anytime soon, but if there are no other options, there's no doubt we'll end up having to face each other. But to me, it'd make more sense to be an end of the year event that we have time to properly promote, Like I said, I'd like to be in Chicago, Colorado as well. Just can't go out there unless I have a match, Would you pull Morzov? Would love to pull Morzov. That's who I was hoping to pull. Would you give Vitali the same chances against Levon like you gave Armez? Yeah, I would, just because he's super explosive and he can explode into Levon's hand, I think. My opinion. Maybe wrong, But what we do know is Levon's a favorite no matter what. Levon's always going to be the favorite. What's your PR on bench press? My best ever, 520 pounds. So like 237 kg, something like that. Yeah. What's the temp right now out there? So 90. Yesterday heat index was 105. But I got the fans on above me and the sun's not beaming down on me. But the moment you walk out there, it gets crazy. If you had a better rider, can you beat them because you think a better arm than him? Like I said, even right now, I think, 50-50 me and Devin. Not in August because, like I just explained all this, but if Devin and I both, everything's equal, and both know when the match is coming, I think it's 50-50. He's a bad dude, though. This goes to level 7. I'm on level 5. Yeah, he looks freakishly strong in person. Levon looks freakishly strong in person. I can't compare Vitaly and Hermes because I was in a different headspace when I pulled Hermes. I had some stuff that happened before I left that affected me. What's your odds to go for the next match? Probably like 123, something like that. Thank you, Chase. Thank you. Keep talking about your new arm post-surgery in your estimation. Do you think you'll still be getting newbie gains for years to come? I think I'll be tightening up that range of motion or strengthening that range of motion a lot for probably the next couple of years. You know, I don't see me maxing out on that anytime soon. Morning, Jay. Do you like riser curls better than the top knuckle riser lift? I don't know. I don't know. It's just what I'm doing now, you know. No, he didn't get hurt in the last round. He said his hand was so pumped that oh, did you? Hit your head? Oh. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he just said the strap, you know, his hand was hurting. What's your pronation aim until the next match? So I don't know if I'm gonna do that pronation lift. I'm gonna try 213.7 Saturday, and then I'm gonna program out pronation curls, and maybe like every 2 weeks I'll try another heavy pronation lift. I'm not sure. I actually don't know. Hang on, guys. All right. No, I can't tell you how much I earned at East versus West. I mean, seriously, I can't believe that's a question you would ask. It's confidential in our contracts. I think everything's going to get worked out. I've had all kinds of pains over the years, man. I used to arm wrestle with so much pain. Big fan from India. Appreciate it. So I can't really say specifically pronation, supination. I mean, I've been doing this 35 years. I basically, if you have it, I've probably had it at some point. It's gonna be my next match. I mean, Verdetcha, Jerry, if things just straighten back out. Moore's up. Over and over, babe. Same questions. Yeah, I guess they're just getting on or something, you know. Yeah, I just keep asking. It's different people asking, so. Yeah, I can't do any of that stuff while I'm pulling, you know. The purpose of this is to get through my exercise, so I can't stop and do all that stuff, you know. But yeah, I'm sure I'll pull Devin again eventually. Yeah, I think Devin it'd help Devin a lot if he implemented more general strength, especially for a rematch with Levon. Collab with Brian Shaw anytime in the future. Yeah, we spoke about it. And I don't know if he's going to come here, if I'm going to go there, or we're going to do both. I don't know. These held for review things. Hello, Ashley, from me. There you go. Do you feel your right and arm is stronger and stronger? Do you still do BFR training? I haven't done any in a while. I do appreciate it. I think there's a lot of benefits from it. What's my favorite venue I've been in so far? Monster Factory. Because then I don't have to leave. I get to sleep in my own bed. But I don't know what my favorite venue would be. We've had a lot of amazing experiences, you know. I don't know. Who's my favorite younger puller I'd love to watch? I don't know. Matt Mathers Rackley was good. I don't know what my favorite match was. The Bellinger and Alan Ford match was really good. You think Brian Shaw is progressing fast or slow? I think he's progressing at a good rate. I didn't hear any of the commentating. I can't hear hardly anything when I'm arm wrestling, you know. If this happened on Friday, I guess the press conference is probably Thursday. Coolest place arm wrestling has taken me in the world. Honey, what's the coolest place arm wrestling's taken us? I know. Yeah. Abu Dhabi is pretty amazing, and that's just because of the collaboration with Larry, but that's because of arm wrestling, you know. No, Ryan didn't get to interview me after the match because Ryan Gallagher was doing something else, and then I don't know. I didn't even realize it until someone mentioned it yesterday. I never did my post-match interview. Brian Shaw versus Larry Wills right now, who would win? Who do you think would win, Brian Shaw, Larry Wills right now?
Larry.
I think Larry, because he's got more experience and he's smoother on the table right now. I mean, eventually Brian would be way too much, I think. But I would say right now probably Larry, because I think right now Larry might beat Brandon Allen, and Brandon Allen who I don't know. I don't know. Brandon beat Larry. I have no idea. You know, Devin Alex's match, I thought Devin looked crazy strong. So super impressed with that. Love from Pakistan. Appreciate it. Okay, you think he was smoking 100%? Well, I would never say 100% on anything, because all things are possible. That was left-handed. Larry went Jeff Dave left-handed. That's probably just for the camera. My arm just doesn't supinate like that. Huh. Wonder what that is. Some loud noise. Levin's unbeatable. Go down to 115. Why would I go down to 115? Like, it doesn't matter if he's unbeatable. What's so funny is people are like, oh, he's going to run you over. He runs over everybody. So you're just telling me he's going to do the same thing to me he did to everybody else? Like, why do I not at least want a shot? Someone's like, he's unbeatable. Go down to 115. Okay, so for one, you guys just think it's easy to go to 115 for me. I got to starve. Like, I got to eat low carb. I mean, 115 is not easy. Like, I don't get to live normal life and be 115. I have to, perfect nutrition, shit ton of cardio, like all that stuff. My body is heavy. I'm an endomorph body type. Even if I didn't arm wrestle, I'd be a 300-pound hay-hauling country boy. I wouldn't have as much muscle, but I'd have a bigger belly, and that's just, hey, Mike, do you realize the impact your match with Devin in the first KOT in class with Larry had? And of course, I mean, Devin and I talked about it then. That match is what got arm wrestling going, right? After that match, England had his first East versus West, and King of the Table, everything took off, things were good. So yeah, no, I mean, 115 is probably eventually going to happen. But the thing is, like I said, if I go down to 275 and I only lose body fat and I can be stronger, I'm not cutting 22 pounds to go make another weight. If I can be 275 and fit, then I'm going to be 275 and fit, right? But that doesn't. So the reason I said I'm only going to do 2 years of super heavyweight, because I thought I was going to have to chase this this mass, just get big. Are you asking who would win between me and Matt Mass right-handed? Matt's awesome, but it wouldn't even be close right-handed. Might be left-handed though, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just gonna stay here, keep training, and you know, if it looks like, or if it looks like I'm not gonna get a shot at Levon, then I would go back to 115 probably, because you know, I think there's a good chance I could win the title at that weight. I mean, but Devin could always come back down and we could fight out for the title there too. Yeah, I mean, it's logical for you to think that Devin at 115 can't be beaten by anybody. But I think me and Devin at super heavyweight 50-50. I think me and Devin at heavyweight 50-50. You know, we have a lot of experience with each other. All right, guys, we're 35 minutes into this. I've got so much work to do today, so I got to get off here. Hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. And Be back here tomorrow at 9:30. Take care, guys.